You know, most people drive through northeast Oklahoma and see absolutely nothing. I came here to see 2,500 bison and one of the last intact ecosystems left in North America. You know, I live on the prairie. Big skies and open land, that's not new to me. But I wasn't ready for this. When I drive into the preserve, the vastness of it just takes my breath away. Beautiful day, blue skies, and the prairie just seems to go on and on and on. My last series of videos had me in southwest Oklahoma and the Wichita Mountains. There's a national wildlife refuge there. But the terrain is very different. There's only one thing that connects the two, besides being in Oklahoma. They're on opposite ends of the state, but the bison. And even the bison are different. There in the Wichita Mountains, those bison have lived there on that range for over 100 years. The bison here have lived on this spot for about 30. It's an amazing story. I want to tell you about it. But not yet. Before you can understand why those bison matter here in this place, you need to understand the land they're standing on. Because this land has a story, a bigger one than most people know. You know, 96% of the tallgrass prairie that once covered North America is gone. Plowed under, converted, gone. Less than 4% of the tallgrass prairie remains today. Tallgrass Prairie used to cover over 170 million acres of land here in North America. That's as big as France. 2 Italys. It stretched from Manitoba, Canada, down to southern Texas, from Indiana in the east to Kansas in the west. And what might surprise you is that it didn't disappear slowly. It went fast. Most of it was gone within 2 generations, plowed under for row crops, converted for development, fragmented into small pieces. An ecosystem that took 10,000 years to build was gone in less than 100. This adventure's brought us to the Joseph H. Williams Tallgrass Prairie Preserve. It sits in Osage County, northeastern Oklahoma, part of the Flint Hills ecosystem that reaches all the way up to east central Kansas. The Nature Conservancy's Tallgrass Prairie Preserve is 40,000 acres. It was established in 1989 when the land was first acquired here for $15 million. That was a large price tag for a real young, small nature conservancy. But here's something to consider. Sometimes the price tag is the easy part. The harder part's convincing people that a piece of ground worth saving is worth saving before it's gone. It wouldn't have been possible except for the dreams of 4 men who made it really their life mission to bring this area back from near ruin to life. It just wouldn't be right if I didn't introduce you to the 4 men who founded this preserve. It's a story that I hope would encourage you. It encourages me to chase your dreams. You're never too young and never too old to chase the dreams that are in front of you. The 4 men were Joseph H. Williams, Harvey Payne, Frederick Drummond, and Kenneth Adams. The preserve's been named after Joseph H. Williams, one of the most successful businessmen in Oklahoma. It was his influence and his connections that would raise the funds and raise the monies in order to buy the land to create this preserve. Henry Payne was the attorney that navigated the shift in thinking from a federal wildlife preserve, which the locals opposed, to making it a private conservatory. Frederick Drummond was a local rancher and a trusted agent by all of the locals, and he also had the same dream of taking this old land and restoring it to bring life back to it. Kenneth Adams was the local rancher who donated the first 300 bison. It's still known as the Christina Adams herd. No matter how young you are, no matter how old you are, it's worth chasing your dream. What they saw here and what they believed this place could become, many people would have just said that's impractical. 40,000 acres in northeast Oklahoma may not seem like much on paper, but they weren't looking at the paper. And what might surprise you is what it actually looks like when you get here. It rolls. That's the first thing you notice. Oklahoma has this reputation of being flat and empty, nothing. But this land rolls. The hills rise and fall in long, slow waves, and the grass moves with them. There's not many trees to speak of, just sky and grass and space. And when you stand here and look to the horizon in any direction, it just keeps going on and on. And on a clear morning, before the heat builds up, the light rakes across those hills at angles that are almost impossible to photograph and completely impossible to ignore. The grass goes gold, the shadows go long and blue, and the whole landscape just breathes. It was not nothing. It never was. I set up camp here as the sun was going down on the first evening. The wind was moving across the grass, somewhere out in the dark, and this is real dark. Osage County doesn't have much light pollution. There's somewhere out there 2,500 bison settling in for the night. You could hear them, low and distant, just out there. In the next video, we're going to go look for them. And I'll tell you how 60 million animals nearly disappeared from this continent and how this place has become one of the most important chapters in bringing them back. For now, the grass is moving, the light is perfect, and somewhere on the other side of that ridge, something's waiting. It's just part of the landscape.